Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of Inventor Basics. In this episode, we're going to look at Emboss, Draft, Split, and Rib. We'll start off with Rib. Now, start my sketch. I'm going to create an angle, like an L, to show the rib. This will be the best way to show it. So we need to fully dimension our sketches. Draw a rib. Actually, this could be a good time to show you another sketch feature. Offset. Now this will just offset this L that I sketched by a distance. So if I did 30, that then offsets that by 30. Just a little opportunity to show you another sketch feature, which could be useful. Now, just join up, and that's fully constrained. Finish the sketch, and then extrude a distance of, we'll do 200. Technical illustration to show the better. Right, now to create this rib, we need some planes. The first plane, you can use edges or points to create planes. So for this one, I will use edge, this edge and this edge, which as you can see puts the plane touching them two edges. The next plane I will place in the middle. There's a few different ways to do this, but the way I would do it for now is select one edge, select the other edge, and as you can see already, it places a plane through the middle. Now these are the two planes I'm going to use to draw my lines to create the ribs. So if I select this plane, sketch, I need to project the geometry because I want to project this L, which then I can constrain my lines to. Else if I didn't project it, I wouldn't be able to find that edge in this sketch. Now, go line to line, dimension, we'll go to the center at 110, dimension this one the same, fully constrained. That's our first line to create the first rib. Now, draw on this plane. What I'm going to do is to create the other rib, just project this line. As you can see, it now will project that line onto the plane that I'm drawing on. Fully constrained, done. Now, rib. You have to pick a profile, which we'll use as the line. The line is an open profile, but for rib, that's okay. You have an open profile, which for example is that line, but then when we do a rectangle, for example, that's a closed profile. So we'll select that profile, and as you can see, we have two next and infinite. So this creates a rib from this line to the next face or surface, and then this one, I'll click OK so you can see. Let's make that a bit thicker. 8mm. That's better. It's not. That's better. As you can see, just creates like a thin 8mm piece between the top and the bottom, which we can go either side. These will let you go left to left of the sketch line, to the right of the sketch line, or into the middle. Same if we go back to the two next, left, right, or in the middle of the line. For this one we'll do the finite, because then I'll be able to see to show you the next rib. So that was normal to sketch plane. This is parallel to sketch plane. So again, profile, we'll select this profile. It's the same, two next and infinite. So two next, it's just the different planes. My graphics are playing up a little bit. The planes keep on going yellow. So exactly the same. We'll do 10mm for this one. To the left of the line, to the right of the line. Equal each side, and finite is the same. For this one, we'll do the two next, so we can just show these. Take the word planes off so you can see. These are the two ribs that we've made. Pretty simple, but very useful. Now, next, I'll start a new part. We'll do split. Now for split, I'm going to use a cube. We'll draw a rectangle. We'll dimension 200, and we'll take that dimension again, 200. We'll extrude it by 100. Yeah, that looks good. Technical illustration, just because you can see the edges better. Now, for the split command, we need a plane. So if we look through, we can see planes that go through the cube. So we'll use the YZ. Make it visible. There we go. Split. Now we have three different options: split face, trim solid, and split solid. We'll start with split face. So the tool, the split tool, is the plane. Then we have two options here: all or just a face. So to start off with, we'll do a face. So if I select this face, as you can see, you can only select a face. If I select this face, okay, you can see this face is still as one, but this one has been separated. It's been split. It's two different faces. Now we can also do solid, which is all. All will be the full solid. As you can see, it's selected the whole solid. So now instead of just the top face, all of the solid will be split. So that's the first split feature. The second is trim solid. So if we select the split tool, which is the plane, you can see a red arrow, and up here, so you select which side you'd like to remove. So if we go to that side, it will then remove everything the other side of that plane. It will remove. Right, let's go and do the last one, which is split solid. This I use quite a lot. It's quite useful. See, if we look at the top here, we have one solid. This, we extruded that profile to create one solid. But the split solid, if I select the plane, this will now split this solid and then create two solids, as we can see. I find this very useful at times. So now from one solid, we've now created two solids, which I find very useful. So that's the split command. Pretty basic. It's quite easy to use, but the split solid comes in handy quite a lot for me. The next we'll look at is draft. Very rarely use this personally, but other people use it a lot. It basically puts an angle on this solid, so either angled out or angled in. So if we do a pull direction, if we select this top line, you can see the arrow. So now when we select a face, as I'll show you, it will place an angle on that face. So it's only 2.5 degree. If we place it to 20 degree, we can see there's an angle going in. So from that line where the arrow's going, it's now placed a 20 degree angle. And if we look back, there was a pull direction, so we can do it going out or going in. If we place it out, we can see it's put an angle facing, it's put the angle going in. Like I said, I never really use that, but for a lot of people I can imagine it could be quite handy. Now, emboss. We'll look at the emboss command. We can use this still because we just need a face, a flat face. We'll do it on a flat face and on a cylinder. So if we use this, select the face that you want to emboss on. get some text. When you do the text as well, also drag. Don't just click and then let go, then go to click again. You have to click and then drag to get the box. We'll just do some text, make it bigger. Perfect. Now, 5 dimensions needed. We need to dimension this text, else it will just end up going all over the place. And then now we have that, as you can see at the bottom, fully constrained. So that's our text now fully constrained. Now, click on Emboss, Profile. The profile is our text. And then we can see an arrow. So we're going to emboss from face, so it's raised. Select the depth, 3 mil, we'll change it. You can see the arrows coming out, which is the way we want it because we want the text to come out. Press OK. As you can see, the text is raised. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Emboss. Then what we can do is select to engrave it, so it's indented. Change the direction, so it's going in towards the face, then towards the material. Then it's indented. You can go all the way through. As you can see, if I change that to the thickness that I did the block, you can also engrave all the way through. Now we'll emboss on a cylinder, which is a little bit different. So we'll draw a circle at 50 mil. Extrude this circle at 100 will do. Now we need to create a plane for our text to go on, so then we can project it through to the cylinder. Now the way to do this is tangent to surface and parallel plane. So then, as you can see in the little icon next to it, this will create a plane on the cylinder. So if we select this, then we find a plane, we will use the XZ, select that plane. Then if we select the cylinder, we can see that that plane now is tangential to that cylinder. And this is the plane that we're now going to use for the text. So now if we, just something else to mention at the moment actually, I can tell already that this plane has been put the wrong way. So really we are going to be sketching on this side. It will make sense in a minute when I do it, and I can show you, it's not a bad thing because I can show you how to fix the problem. But as Inventor sees, now we're sketching on this side of the plane, not this side. But we can fix that. So let's do some text again. That's too big. So we'll go to 10. As I said before, the text, Inventor has seen us sketching on this side of the plane. So we need now to flip it. If you didn't know, a lot of people would just perhaps start again, but there is a way to do it. If we right click on the plane, flip normal, then the text has been placed the right way. Do that again just in case. So if we just right click, highlight the plane, right click it, flip normal, now that's flipped the plane to the way we want it, to put the text so it reads the correct way. Pretty handy. One of them little things that people don't know. And the point in these videos is to little things like that will happen, which is good, then it can show ways to fix it. So now we need to dimension the text so it doesn't move. And then We've got one more dimension which we could place in the middle. Right, finish sketch. That was fully constraint. Now emboss. Profile again, the text that we used. We'll do the raised again, the emboss, but this time, because we have a cylinder, we need to wrap that text around the cylinder. So we'll use wrap to face. So we selected that, now it asks us for a face. So what we can do, select that face. Okay, now you can see it's wrapped the text around that face. We can also engrave, so it's indented. Same, we've just edited it, and then it now will engrave into that cylinder. And that's how to emboss into a cylinder and to a face. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I've explained things in the correct way so you understand and you've learned. Any feedback, I'm very much welcome, or any ideas for what you'd like to learn or what videos you'd like me to do, please just let me know. Just like and subscribe if you like the video, then I know I'm going in the right direction and we can carry on with these videos. Thanks for watching.